Now for more on this is Tennessee Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn. Good morning, Senator. So look,
Morning.
due to the rules of reconciliation in the Senate, DOGE cuts, other spending cuts cannot be included in the one big beautiful bill. Now, I understand the White House plans to introduce a rescission package with some of the DOGE cuts as early as next week. But do you think those arcane Senate rules and multiple bills is causing confusion for what's in it, what isn't in it, and why isn't what I want in the one big beautiful bill?
What we are going to do is take the House version of the reconciliation bill. It has to go through the bird rule process. That's called the bird bath. And then it will be to us when we return on Monday. I'm looking forward to that. The House made $1.5 trillion in cuts. The Senate goal is to do $2 trillion in cuts. We would like to hit that number so that we're at a $6.5 trillion budget, down from the House number. And then we're able to begin pushing toward President Trump's goal of having a balanced budget. We'd love to do that next year. But the Senate is going to be more aggressive in the savings for taxpayers and the reductions in spending than you have seen. Now, as you mentioned, the rescission bill has to come to us from the White House. And we've been waiting for that for about 6 weeks. We're looking forward to it. We will begin to make those codified, take those cuts, codify them, put that into federal law. We would like to be doing a rescission bill about once every month or 6 weeks and get this spending out of there. We're really grateful for DOGE, the process, and how they have helped to amplify what we can do with removing waste, fraud, and abuse from the federal budget.
Yeah, it's my understanding, too, Senator, that first rescission package may include the cuts to NPR, PBS, and USAID. So I know that's things that many of the conservatives want. So switching gears, federal investigators are now looking into whether a mayor in your state, Freddie O'Connell of Nashville, aided and enabled illegal immigrants. Tom Homan says he's coming to town and he isn't messing around. I mean, it's really shocking to me in a place like Tennessee, very conservative, that you've got a mayor that is not on board with protecting people from illegal criminal elements.
And it has been really quite shocking to the people in our state, and especially those in Davidson County, which is Nashville, because you have a mayor who has chosen to side with criminal illegal aliens over the legal residents there in the community. And this is not a 70-30 or an 80-20 issue. This is a 90-10 issue. People want to see Tren de Aragua, MS-13, drug traffickers, sex traffickers, pedophiles removed from the community. They want to see them deported. And to have a mayor who is blocking that or obstructing that or is endangering ICE and HSI agents by doxing them. This is something that has been surprising to the people of Nashville. I have been in touch with AG Bondi. She knows. I'm sending a letter requesting that the Department of Justice look at what has happened here, because you have attacks on ICE agents up over 400% nationwide, and you cannot dox and put their names and put that activity and block the legal work that they are doing on behalf of the American people, acting within the rule of law. And the mayor cannot do that, should not do that. And it is inappropriate, it is dangerous, and we are calling for the DOJ to look at what is happening here in Nashville, as well as other blue cities where they have tried to block these deportations.
Yeah, Senator, before we let you go, I do want to get in a little bit of breaking news here. The president has just taken to Truth Social and basically said that China has broken its trade deal with the United States. He's not happy about it, and he ends it with being with, quote, so much for being Mr. Nice Guy. He wants to make deals with people, but you've got to play fairly, and it looks like China may be up to no good again. Your reaction, Senator?
This is another part of Xi Jinping and the Chinese Communist Party having to or thinking they should have their way with the American economy. When you look at the trade imbalance that we have had with China, when you look at the fact that the CCP is embedded into every company that is manufacturing there or Chinese owned companies, then you realize that having to work with people in a productive way is not something that they want to do. China intends to be globally dominant by the time we get to 2050. President Donald J. Trump is not going to let China have their way with the American consumer, with the American people, with our national security, our economic security. And I am hopeful China will return to the table.
Absolutely. All right, Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn, have a great weekend before you have to come back to the swamp.